Hola, bon dia, and welcome to Portugal Dreams. It's been another really hectic week again this week. We've finally got Dottie home from the vets, as you can probably see. She is on the road to recovery, but she's not 100% right. And of course, Alfie also had to get a little bit sick as well. He seems to have been fine treated at home though. We've had some issues with the building going on, as you'll probably see. And of course, my dad also had to have his moment in the spotlight too and go to A&E. So follow along and see what's happened this week.
So, the girls have gone out today shopping and a few other bits and bobs, and while they've gone, Alfie won't let me go around the other side of the house to carry on doing the roofing and things. He's very whiny, probably because he hasn't got Dottie here, who's still at the vets. So I've just replaced this beam along here. I've sort of packed it with stone around that end, chopped it a little bit at this end, so I can take all this wall out, and these boxes here, which probably been for rabbits or something of that nature, maybe kennels down at the bottom. I ain't sure how that centre beam is across there, so I might end up replacing that as well, but at this moment in time what I'm going to do is knock this box out till we get to this wall, and then we'll see whether we can get an acro in there or whether it needs propping up, whether it's strong enough, and if it is, then we'll leave it and knock that wall out. If it isn't, then we'll have to find somewhere getting another beam in there. It goes well down that end, and it is actually fastened through the roofing in 3 or 4 spots, so that'll mean cutting those, lifting it and trying to slide a beam in from the other side of this wall. Should be doable. We have got some quite long posts, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start getting this out first, yeah, and see where we go. Oops, after forgetting this, after setting the camera up, I forgot to turn it on. I've just knocked a piece out here. I'm just going to carry on knocking this down. Obviously I'm not going to knock too much more out the sides because I need the top off, but yeah, I just thought I'd make an entrance, see what I could see inside. Just move the steps and off we go. Yeah, that looks quite thick concrete up there, so some wire in it, but what sort of wire I ain't sure. It's got a bit of steel in here. Another old tool, it looks like some sort of drill, T-bar in the top. Yeah, don't know what that's for. End of it's broken though, so Go to scrap, I'm afraid. I have seen people use strange building materials before, and I know Cindy Vine uses bottles for like a wall but long ways on to get light through, and I think it's a good idea. It does show, you know, it gives you a light where you normally wouldn't have it, but I don't think I've seen it used as building materials like this. I'm sorry about the shaky camera, I'm trying to turn it around so you can see. So that bottle's just cemented into the wall that way. To me that's scary. We do keep finding bits and bobs like this, and it is a bit worrying, because you never know what you're going to find, or how strong it is, or what else they've used somewhere. Yeah, so we'll just delicately keep removing bits with the hammer. And we'll just take this load to the scrap pile, block pile, brick pile. I might just see if I can get the other two what stood up just in there as well. Save me another trip, and then the top will all come in one go, and then we'll start on the bottom half. Yeah, not too sure about that top beam now, but we'll carry on and see where we go. I want to leave the wall, as I say, if I can. So we're just going to try and get the bottom half of this out now. Obviously it won't be quite as easy to knock it straight into the barrow, but we'll see where we go. Don't even know what's in the bottom of here, so we'll clear it the top. Yeah, whatever's in here's all been in here. I don't know. There's tins, there's a plastic thing, there's a plate. What we'll try and do is break it up, and then we'll clear up round it. Some things I've knocked down here have been very well sort of made very hard to knock down, especially the kitchen. That took some doing, but a lot of it's like this, you know, you knock one piece out and you're half a wall, which is nice, but you don't want it falling on you. So I do wear steel toe cap boots as well, if anybody would. I think that barrow's full enough. So I'm just tidying up a bit. I ain't going too mad, because I'm going to pull this wall out. I've pulled the bottle out of the wall, what was there. I'm a bit, yeah, shocked at sort of, and maybe I shouldn't be, state of some of these boxes where, yeah, I mean, that's obviously looks like rabbit poo down there. How long does it take to, you know, clean them out? Has it been left for a long while? I don't know. Do they make that much muck? I've never kept rabbits, so I don't know, but yeah, I'd like to think I'd clean them out a little bit more than that. I'm just looking in the other barn where I haven't been in. We've never been in here because it's just had a little opening. Yeah, they've obviously kept something in there, I don't know what. Then it's just been left. There's sacks and things in there. And in the other side, there's, well, I don't know what you'd call it. There's bits of all sorts. Tin and what have you. Yeah, shouldn't take much getting in there and getting it sorted out. I've just had a feel of this wall after I've just pulled that bottle out. And just to give you an example, yeah, it's well stable. I hope you can see that. And that's all the way along. So I think safe rather than sorry, I'm going to pull it out now. I'll get my gloves on and just get something to hook behind some of it and just pull it. That beam obviously isn't holding the wall. It's got a post behind it, which is good. So, as I say, I'll just get my gloves and get something to hook that because it's going to fall towards me. Get a few bits out of the way. Might even be able to do it with my rake. Oh, I'll move that bottle first. It'd be silly pulling it onto a glass bottle, wouldn't it? And put it down in the scrappy pile. So, there's no point clearing up too much if I'm going to pull this wall down, so that's what I'm going to do now. And that's why I want it to be out of the way. It is as easy as that. So that's that out. Yeah, as I say, the divider there is actually holding on to them posts, so that's not going to go anywhere. It's actually better in this half than what I thought it was. Looking through the little hole where it looked real gloomy. And that half's worse than I thought it was, so you know, it balances itself out, I suppose. If them posts are holding it, I don't like the angle of it. So we'll do something about squaring that up a bit, I think, as we tidy out. Yeah, but it's going to do what I thought it'd do. It'd make me a nice big wood store, maybe bigger than what I want. Don't know. We get the slot broken up. Get all the blocks broken up and moved. Probably, hopefully, before Debbie comes, if she notices that I've actually been working this afternoon. Because this isn't a job what was on the list really. I'm still trying to get ready for builders. But yeah, with Alfie not being happy that he's been left on his own. He's alright when his little sis Dottie's here, but yeah, because she's in vets, he's home alone, or he thinks he's home alone if I go around the front, and then he don't like it, he gets wound up. So yeah, I'll start the big clear up again. So as I say, you never know what you're going to find, and I found a new way of driving me tractor, me wheelbarrow. Wonder if I can make it up there. I mean, I wonder where the rest of the car is. If anybody's interested, I found some Fiat wheel trims, real quality ones, and they're in good nick too. Probably off a old Fiat 127, 124, something like that. I think there's a full set. I know I haven't tidied up, but there's a lot of muck here and bits and bobs what I just don't know what to do with yet. I think I'm going to take this end wall down as well, although it might give a bit of shelter for the logs later. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. The dividing panel is tin, so that'll probably come out, but I'll leave the supports in just in case. Obviously there's doors and bits and bobs to come out. Old stone, the straw, and then we'll see where we're going. There's one or two holes at the back of the sheds what want filling in, because one of them goes into the centre wall between the two hen huts. The other one goes into the hen huts, but I filled that in anyway from the other side. You probably saw me do that on an earlier video. But I'll fill it from this side as well. So I'll get some stone together, I'll fill that when I tidy this shed out. We'll fill one or two holes up there, because if you can see light at the top corner, top edge of the wall. So we'll get them filled up as well. It'll just help. Yeah, secure the animals a bit more when they're in these sheds. Not these sheds, the ones at the other side. So that's me done for now. I know I've got a lot of tidying up to do. I'm going to go and sit with Alfie for a bit and have a drink and a cool down. Wait until the girls come back and see if they notice, which they probably won't. But yeah, you know, it's a job what's been on the agenda for a while, and yeah, we've got a good half of it out of the way. It's the tidying up what takes the longest, obviously, and we'll get on with that maybe tomorrow.
Good afternoon. So this afternoon, G and Andres from Portugaldreamzzz have come to collect some straw for us. As you all know, we've got loads of straw in the barn and we do want rid of it. So if any of you are local and still want straw, there's still some there. Even after us. Even after G and Andres have been. So
And they're welcome to come and get some more.
Oh yeah, please come and get some more. What are you going to do with it, G?
So we put definitely in a compost, and then we're gonna use it as a mulch.
Yeah.
In the beds for strawberries and for tomatoes.
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah, we need to get our tomatoes started.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you still got time.
Yeah? Good.
Well, they have got a good truckload if you'd.
And there is Andreas. So, we'll be seeing you soon then, I hope, Andreas, for some more.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna come back, take
Good.
some more.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. Okay. It's a little bit cooler tonight, so after tea we're now going to do some planting again. Just thought you might like to have a look and just see how everything's coming on first. These are the cauliflowers, they're doing brilliant. Really happy with those. That's the first lot of strawberries that we put in. That one looks like it might be getting some. Is there leaves or flowers, Ellie Rose?
They are leaves by the looks
Oh,
of it.
right, okay. We've got broccoli. These are doing lovely as well. And we've got onions. Oh, there's also some carrots as well.
Alfie.
In this bed we've got lettuce, which have got some new growth on. They've not really got growing properly yet.
Well, we swamped them at first, didn't we? So.
Yeah, they got a little bit too wet, I think, at first. We was a bit enthusiastic with our watering. And these are peppers. And then the farmer's just given us some lettuce to put in. And this is some more of the same type of strawberries that's in the first bed, but they was planted a couple of weeks later. They're doing quite well. We've also bought a lot of tomatoes. We've bought cherry ones, and we've also bought the big ones. I don't know what type they are, because the lady in the where we go to the garden shop doesn't speak a lot of English, and well, shouldn't speak any English, and I don't speak a lot of Portuguese, so yeah, we just asked for big tomatoes and cherry tomatoes, so that's what we've got there.
And I also planted some radish seedling
Of
seeds
course, sorry.
this morning.
Yeah, Ellie Rose has planted some radish seeds down that side there.
You can't see them because they are seeds.
Yes, literally, yeah. So now I'm going to make some cuts in the bag. I've done the first one.
We did also cut slits in the bottom just for some drainage so that the water doesn't get trapped. Daddy's watering the plants for me.
I'm starting to. I've got it in a lot lower pressure now. Well, yeah.
Can I have some water in here, please, so that I could soak the tomatoes before I put them in?
We're watching Alfie
That'll
do a runner at the same time. He'll be off looking for Dotty.
Yeah.
Yep, he's still just having a good wander by the caravan and car. Is that you getting the first plant in?
That's me getting the first planting. Something that I read the other day was that you shouldn't handle compost with your bare hands.
I keep doing.
Yeah, which Steve keeps doing. I don't know what's in it that's harmful, but
Not as much as underneath the cars, I wouldn't have thought.
so that's 2 dozen tomato plants we've put in. She didn't keep them separate, she just put them all into 2 bags, so I don't know which are the small tomatoes and which are the big cooking tomatoes, but I'm sure we'll find out as they grow.
And if we need to separate them later, we will do.
So the farmer next door has just offered us some very young lettuce plugs. So Steve's quickly prepared about a third of this third raised bed with the compost that we had. I've popped the holes in about 1 foot apart, which is what is recommended, and now I'm going to plant them. Just want to pop my glove on.
Give me your radish a good drowning as well.
Thank you.
Notice that wasn't watering.
No, it's just drown.
The ground's pretty dry actually.
It's been quite a warm day.
It probably needs the drowning.
Alfie, stop eating corn. And a nice big lettuce he's given us. They won't be long before we're eating them. Beautiful. Don't know if you can hear in the background the little goat. The farmer next door's just got a new baby goat. It's probably, looking at it, maybe about 4 months old. But he's tethered and he's not too impressed at
His first try.
His first try on the tether, and she, I'm not sure actually. He wants to be with the other goats.
But he has to learn.
He does.
Or she has to learn.
I'm not sure because I asked him if he had Menino, if it was Menino or Menina. And at first he said Menina and then he said something about Menino. So I don't know.
It's maybe saying they don't want Menino.
Yeah, probably.
I'll tell you what, I'll go back and do it while you're still playing.
We're not playing, we're planting.
I'm playing and I've been planting. Do these want watering in?
Tomatoes, yes please.
Yeah, well, just a minute then.
And then these lettuce want watering in as well. Dad adjusting the spraying hose.
No. Some water in the peach.
Oh right, yeah. I forgot about the little peach.
I am spraying directly onto it for anybody who thinks it's a bit too powerful.
So it's spraying around it.
Quite a way off it actually, so it runs into it.
Alfie, come on, let's stop eating sticks and straw.
Glad to see the pomegranates are all coming out now. Red leaves are all red.
Alfie, here. Alfie's found a disgusting old ball down by the schist wall behind these beds.
And he's decided it's his disgusting old ball.
Yeah. So that's me done for tonight. I'm just going to get my washing in.
Yeah, I'm putting too much in because it will collect in the bottom of the bag. I know we've cut drain holes in, but when I'm watering here it'll still run into the bottom of the bag before it drains. So just giving them a soak where they've been planted. So I'm just watering the lettuces that the farmers just give us and Debbie's just planted. Trying to avoid spraying the leaves because we don't want them burning, although it is cooling down quite a lot now. I think that may have been the problem with the little ones over there, that we sprayed on them as well as too much, too much force. But we live and learn.
We're not farmers, we're just three idiots with cameras and some land.
Oh, that's North South, isn't it?
No, no, not the feet, not the feet. Not the feet. not the feet. No, you're not biting my toes. Stop it. Henry. You bite my feet.
So another beautiful day in Portugal. All the blossoms out on the trees. As you can see, that's our neighbour's land actually. We have got some blossom on ours, but not a lot at the moment. And we have also had the wood delivered for Ellie Rose's cottage roof. They're doing Ellie Rose's first because there's one of the gables is starting to collapse, so they want to get that stripped off so they can rebuild the wall and then redo the structure and retile it. So they've just started this morning. It's Monday the 3rd of April, so we'll see how that goes. Just at the moment they are just clearing the barns out. Well, clearing a barn out. There's a shelf with a lot of straw on. Still, Steve's cleared most of it out and they're just preparing to start stripping the roof.
Yeah, it's a bit safer. Yeah. So this morning we've started emptying the barn out, as you can see, and we've got a bit of a problem with half the walls falling out. Now we did expect some of the wall to be down, but as we've been moving bits and bobs, yeah, it's just dropping out. It's pretty much unsafe, so we'll have to get the builders to build it back up again. But that's one of them things. It's what you find when you buy old buildings. And I've still got a lot of straw to move. Or we've still got a lot of straw to move. So that's where we were keeping the straw, and as you can see, it's overflowing now. There's a lot more than what we anticipated, and a lot more brickwork than what we anticipated, but yeah, it's mainly securing the roof beams and the wall at the moment so they can work under here. Once we get the blocks out the corner, they can start to see what's going on and how much more of it they'll have to take down. Luckily most of it's at this side and it was a double wall, but some has come out of Ellie Rose's wall at that far corner, so yeah, we might have to build some of that up in the loft as well as they go. Hi, so the builders have been this morning and started getting on a bit with the still clearing out, I'm afraid, for me. They've cleared a big patch of stone there where they're going to rebuild a wall up to the tiles at the top there. And they've cleared this so they can consolidate the bottom half of it, and then they're going to pull some of the top half out to make that stronger as well and a bit more stable. Yeah, they've got a couple of props in, as you probably saw yesterday, just holding the beam up on the roof, which is, yeah, past its best, to say the least. And they've had a few tiles down this morning just to check what's going on with the wall from up top. Yeah, there's quite a lot of stone come out of that wall. As you can probably see, some of this is out of the floor as well, where they've dug out. But obviously it's time's consuming. It's a bit more of a job than what they actually thought when they first looked, but they couldn't see all this because of the straw what was there, which, you know, that's the way it is. Yeah, so that's where we're up to today. They've only done half a day today because they're waiting for sand, cement, Brita, and also the blocks for building it up. So I think they're going to put a concrete foundation down there in the corner, running this way, and then start building up off that once it's dried, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, no, all these things are quite as good as they seem when you look around them. I mean, we did know that some of this barn was a bit iffy, but because of all the stone in it and all the straw in it, we couldn't see exactly what was what. And I'd rather have it done right than just, you know, patched up, bodged up or whatever. So it'd been better if we could have used the stone what was here, but speed, and to be fair, this barn probably won't end up getting used. It's more to consolidate the wall for Ali Rosie's house, which is the adjoining one. So yeah, so we can get on with the ceiling, the roofing on Ali Rosie's. It's better we get this built up. Once that's built up, obviously, yeah, they can get on with Ali Rosie's roof rather than fussing too much about supporting this barn and clearing it. Yeah, I might pinch some of this soil for me raised beds, although they were talking about putting it in between the walls just to get rid of it, really. It might be an idea if I use it, and then they can put straw between the walls, which will act as insulation as well, and get rid of some straw all in one go. So, as you've probably heard in the intro, it's been a bit of a disastrous week this week, what with Dottie going to the vets. Alfie then started with a similar sort of thing, but he seems to have settled down nicely. The wall falling down in the barn, and just for good measure, I've decided to try and trim my finger with a sabre saw. So I've just given it a bit of a gash underneath the nail. Nearly took the end off, but yeah, can't do nothing with it really, just hold it together and hope it sticks back on. So a bit of a sore finger for a few days, but we'll still manage to get on with a few things.
That's all for the Dottie. So that's all for this week. Please remember to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to be informed of future videos. And you can also leave us a comment. We love to read everything that you guys have to say. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook in the links below. They are at Portugal Dreams. And if you do want to support us in making these videos, you can also buy us a coffee on ko-fi.com. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye bye.